Hi everyone, Justin here. So today we've got a really fast and sweaty program. Essentially 30 seconds of each exercise, 15 seconds rest in between. If you've got a clock or a counter, little interval timer, that works. To set the buzzer on each. If not, and if you just got a clock, it's probably best to say do 40 seconds of each exercise with 20 seconds rest. And I guess as you get into the program, you may need to drop down to 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. But as you're doing it at home, I guess it's a matter of trying to keep that intensity at a level that is making you uncomfortable, but is still working so you can get through the whole program. So in terms of intensity, this is going to be kind of like a 9 out of 10. That's where you want to be at. When you're working, it's about a 9 out of 10, and obviously resting time, you're doing nothing, trying to catch your breath, and then we hit back into that kind of 9 out of 10. Now, obviously, 9 out of 10 will be different from how quickly you're going at the beginning of the program as to how you're going at the end. But your intensity level, your effort level is still 9 out of 10. Okay, so we're blending 3 exercises together. The first set actually is 4 exercises together. Like I said, we're going to do. I had the program for tonight doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. But I'd suggest 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, just by looking at the clock. Okay, so first exercise is first group is an inchworm, followed by, you can see I've got my dumbbell there, a toe tap, and then a little step back with a high knee. So it's all kind of cardio today, not as much strength training. Okay, so 30 seconds. So I'm actually going to go through the program and have the exercises do the 30 seconds, or the 40, let's do 40 seconds with you. Okay, so we're ready. So inchworm is first. We're standing, we're going to walk out to push-up position, walk back. I'll do that on a bit of an angle. We're going to walk out and walk back. Walk out and walk back. So the legs are staying quite straight. Knees bend, flex just slightly. And particularly as they're going back, they're straight. Feet are flat on the ground. So there's our 40 seconds. We're going to have 20 seconds rest. Resting. Now I've got my dumbbell. We're going to do toe touches. So it's a simple matter of touch. So you're on your toes, up and down. Now this isn't the hardest exercise in the world. Just touching. We're not trying to kick it. We're not trying to stand on it. We're just touching it. It's almost akin to skipping. Touch. Okay, we're going to have 40 seconds of that. And then a step back to a high knee. So step back, high knee. Step, knee, step. Step, knee, step, knee, step. Other side. It looks like from the front. Step, knee. So 40 seconds of that, 20 seconds rest. So even myself, that just took a minute 40. Heart rate's up already, which is a good thing. So this isn't like I said, strength building, this is purely cardio. It's purely going to get your heart rate up, and we want to be about that 9 out of 10 effort level. Okay, so I said 3 rounds of that. Sorry, 4 rounds of that. Wow. 4 rounds of that. Because it's about, so it's 3 minutes each exercise, or 3 minutes each set, 4 times 12 minutes. So I've got 4 sets, it's about 48 minutes. So 3 or 4, work it out on your time frame. Okay, round number 2, we're doing squat jumps, we're doing some band flies, which I'm going to demonstrate first, and some standing band twists before we get into it. Okay, so standing flies. In the gym we were doing with dumbbells. We're up this way. You imagine being on a bench, laying on a bench, doing a fly, similar to a bench press. Fly, we're going to do it standing. So I'm going to grab the band. It doesn't have to be too hard, this one, because it's quite a hard exercise. Elbows are slightly bent, and we're raising them up into your nose. Up to the nose. Elbows stay in that same kind of flex position. And you're going to feel this in the chest. A little bit in the back. Get a little bit closer here. Lay them crouched down. Elbows stay bent. Okay? And then the standing twist, we're going to hold them in one hand. Twist, 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 twist. This is exercise number 3. So we're twisting with the body and lifting the arms up just slightly. But it's mainly a twist. You can even just do that like a standing Russian twist. Probably easier, standing Russian twist. And you're going to feel that through the arms as well. Mainly because you're holding it. We're going to get that rotation so we start to get the sides of the tummy and the front of the tummy. And number 1 is the squat jumps. Okay, so we're ready to start. Let's go. So 40-second squat jumps. From the side. If you have trouble jumping, if you've got some dodgy knees, just squats will do. And you can see, as I land, I cushion that land by going into the squat, right? I cushion it. Never jump and hold it. It's a really good way over time to hurt the knees. Alright, so we're coming up to our 3, 2, 1. So that's our 40 seconds of squat jumps. We'll get ready for the band. Oh, I've got 10 seconds till break. Okay, so I've got them on the edge of the band. There's no hangover. We're ready. Let's go. So these are our standing flies. So we're lifting up. Elbows staying bent or flexed without being too bent. Let me show you from the side. Essentially like clapping together out in front of you. Up right around your nose, even to your chin. It's a little bit easier with dumbbells actually. The bands make it quite tough. Let me go front on. One more time. I'm feeling it right in here. And rest. So it was 40 seconds. Catch your breath. Let yourself relax. Like I said, we're going at a 9 out of 10 intensity whilst we're exercising. Trying to get it back to 0 during this rest period. Ready? And now we're doing a standing twist. So twist, twist. And we're trying to initiate this by rotation, not by pulling with the arms. The hips are moving, the hands are just staying in front of the chest, whereas I've got them in front of the waist. If you can have them up here, even better. We'll do a little bit higher up in the abs from the side. Ten seconds left. And we're going 3 rotations, 4 if you've got time. Forward, 4 of each exercise, and rest. So 4 of each round will take about an hour. Just depends on how much time you've got. Okay, round number 3. I'm going to get my little dumbbells for this. So 3 exercises. Dumbbell thrusters, squat and a press. Squat and a press. Okay, if you don't have dumbbells and you've just got a band, any kind of water bottle, anything, can of baked beans that you've got at home, doesn't really matter. just something to push. Now, this initiates from the legs to really, it's a thrust. It's a thrust. It's not just a push with the arms. Number 2, now if you can imagine, this is my attempt to simulate the rope slams. Okay, so we, in the old gym we used to do rope slams a lot. The rope's still there, and we will get to them eventually. But we're going to slam the rope. So rope, and if you've never done this in real life, you would have done it on the TV, or would have seen it on the TV on ads and things. Really impressive. So elbows are bent, and then straighten a little bit. Imagine you've got a rope and you're slamming. And number 3, is a broad jump or a star jump. So broad jump, jump, walk back. Jump, walk back. If you have trouble with the knees, we're star jumping, okay? 2 options. Alright, we get started. So there are 3, and we're on. Thrusters. So again, we're using the legs with this. Obviously, the hands are working, or the arms are working, because you're lifting a weight, but the momentum comes from the legs. Yeah, comes from the legs. So give it a good push. Already 30 seconds in. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here's our 40 seconds. A little rest. Now, the other option for these rope slams or dumbbell slams is to do them with the band. You can see I've got this around the feet. I'm going to bend over like I'm going to grab the ropes. And we're ready. And let's go. So it's akin to kind of milking a cow, really. And we're really getting stuck into it as fast as you can, front on. And if you're not really feeling anything, let's get a little bit tighter with the band. And what you'll feel is the arms start to burn just on the outside. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's kind of tougher than it looks. And then have a 20-second rest. And then our third exercise is the broad jump or the star jump. We're going to do half star jumps and then half broad jumps. We're ready? And we're on. So again, if you have trouble with your knees, set and in. Set and in. Set. You don't have to jump if you've got ordinary knees. The movement is enough. And then you wouldn't even attempt the broad jump. And you can see with the mat next to me, I'm trying to jump the length of the mat. 1 more. And we're back. So there's our 3. That was 40 seconds. And then number 4 is all tummy. I'm going to bring my mat in nice and close. Bring you down to me. Okay. So number 1, flutter kicks. We all kind of know them. Legs in the air, little backstroke kicks, but I don't want you to flash around with them. Nice and controlled. All right? Then we're doing sit-ups, then we're doing a dead bug variation, and I'll show you that as we go. All right. Let me get my clock on. We're ready? Let's start with the flutter kicks. There. So no great point to that. Nice control movement. Back is flat on the ground. Alright, your head can rest, doesn't have to be up. Nice slow movement. Still a little bit air shot. Alright. Now, if you choose to go down here, that's fine. There's no problem with that either, as long as your back is flat. The minute your lower back starts to arch, you no longer use your abs, but you're using the hip flexors, which is not really what we want to do. We don't have to work the hips, we're here to work the abs. So make sure that the small of your back remains flat. We don't want it rounded. Not because it'll hurt you, just because it stops doing what we want it to do. Okay, number 2, sit-ups. So we're up. Now, as a good guide, if you have your hands on your hands on the thighs, and then roll them up, slide them up the knees as we go. Alright, so that eventually what we're getting to is the elbows touching the knees. It's far harder than getting momentum with the hands and helping yourself up, but keeping your lower body nice and quiet and letting your abs get you up and down. So that's our 40 seconds. Now, third one, a dead bug. Now, a normal dead bug exercise, you would see people doing things like this. It's not the way I like to do it. What we're going to do, chest up, knees up, and we're just going to bring that one knee into that elbow. Alright? So you're not dragging your head forward. The chest is up and your hands are next to your ears. Then your elbows are out, and it's touch, and touch, and touch, and touch, and then the other side, touch, and touch. To make it a little bit harder, we'd stretch that other leg out, and touch, and touch. And I can guarantee you 40 seconds of that, and your abs are in agony. So we're always in that crunch position, and we're just bringing the knee in and out, in and out. We're not trying to drag the head forward. The hands are just here next to the ears. So 3 or 4 rounds of that, depending on time. So 3 rounds of everything for about a 45-minute workout. 4 rounds for the hour. Is particularly sweaty, this program. So enjoy it and expect to be really sweaty. And it is a tough little cardio workout. Different to the slow motion workout that we did a few days ago. Complete opposite ends of the scale. One doing cardiovascular work, the other one doing strength, both having a similar impact on the heart rate, but trying to keep an all-body kind of programming together. And it doesn't really matter whether we're at home or in the gym, we've got the devices to do it, so we'll just keep going. Okay, thanks a lot. I will see you next time.